You don't always get the benefit of fighting on the top. Sometimes you got to get out of a bad position into a better one. I talk a lot about layers of defense and layers of offense, and this is a good example of it. You know, if you can get a sweep immediately, that's great. You know, you solve the problem right there. No problem. But if you can't get that, sometimes you got to kind of work your way to it. So this is a pretty good example of that, because there's a lot of different ways that you can cut out in the middle and initiate a scramble. But the general idea is, I'm in guard, I don't want to be here, but I still want to get the guys back, okay? So the easiest way to get this is from an arm drag type position, okay? So you'll see a lot of people will catch the edge of the gi, they pull it over here, okay? What I like better is using the concept of short grips from Sambo, okay? I have to pull a lot harder at the edge of his hand and the sleeve to get his arm to move where I want it to. And if it's just a short distance, you know, that's fine using the edge of the sleeve. But the farther I have to go, the harder I have to pull usually, and the more time he's got to recorrect and stop me. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to come in on the inner side of his bicep where his gi is, okay? You just reach inside and grab right there. If it's a no-gi situation, you block his wrist and you grab behind his tricep or his elbow like this, and then you pop sideways.
And even if it were a gi, you know, in jacket, anytime, but you can still do it gi or no gi, which is really good. It's just good arm control.
Yeah. If the guy's being smart like Aric is here and he's got his hands north of the border, I'm probably going to end up doing that too. I post right there, I grab on the inside of the gi, okay? And then as I pull this way, just shove with the blocking hand, boom, okay? Keep a hold of your grip, okay? I'm going to pop up on my hip and come across and grab that wrist, okay? And then from here, we basically turn it into that part of halfway through the last move, where we get up onto his back from the right. Now the important part is see where my foot is. At this point, I don't want to keep that there because that's going to make me wiggle all the way around him. I'm here, and now my feet are stuck on this side. So all he has to do is pop his head up and kind of shuck me, and I go right back to where I am. So once I get to this spot and I get his hand, just pull your knee towards that way. Boom. And now it's a hook. That's it. I just got to get it past, my foot past that far knee. Boom. There we go. Okay? Now, I can let go of that grip, and I can grab his wrist with both hands, either over, under, or double unders, and get my other hook in. And now we have his back. Don't flatten out or lay back until you get your hook in, guys.
Key thing here, guys, excuse me, Derrick wants to pass Aric's body in front of him. Sorry about that, I have to cough. But see how he shucks it over in front of him, and now he's kind of to the side of him, and it gives him room to crawl up and get on top. You know, don't think you're going to do it if he stays postured up well in front of you. And if he's a good fighter, he'll try to, once he sees it, he'll try to stay postured up. So that's part of the game. You gotta get that, and you gotta pull it back in.
If Aric is doing the basics of defense, hands on my belt or below the belt, and good posture, squared up shoulders, this move is not going to work very well. I got to break him down first, and then move into this.
So again, what Derrick was talking about, layers, and there's a layer of pulling him, getting control, pulling him in tight, then getting the near grip, you know, the short grips on controlling the shoulders. You notice he's not just controlling the arms, he's controlling the shoulders to get around the outside. Watch that one more time. And in a real fight, it may take you a while to do it. It's not super fast. You have to work it, so you can work around it at the top, get your hooks in, and now we go. Okay? Now whatever you have, you've got his back. We want his back. Some guys love to fight from the guard, and that's what they do great. I know in my career, if I got stuck on the bottom and was fighting off my buttocks and what's now called the guard, I generally didn't like it. I wanted to get his back, and I worked a lot on trying to get to his back, just like you guys are doing here. So this is a really good skill to know. And I would say also, get really good at one side tonight, but when you start practicing, you should get good at both sides, because you never know which side you may need to have to go. Okay? All right, one more time, then we'll let everybody practice it, and then we'll get at it from there. So come across, come top, keep working, keep working, keep working, and there we go. Get the hooks in. In this case, he flattened them out. He could have done something else, but in this case, we flattened them out. Okay, let's give it a try, everybody. Thank you.